Hola, welcome back. Thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch a little Hello Good Game. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. If you want to show your support, just give it a thumbs up right below the video. This increases my exposure to the rest of YouTube, and then more people can come and give their thumbs up, and it will never stop. Today, we've got a nuclear Fireblade within Boros colors. This is the color combination of white and red. Fireblade Charger is an uncommon, I believe. No, it's a common card that everyone has access to, which is really cool. And then we're going to be powering it up with, Showdown of the Skalds, Luminarch Aspirant, some equipment, and just dealing a nuclear amount of damage into our opponents. So, buckle up, get ready. Make sure to like that video. Again, if you've already done it, you can not do it twice because it will actually unlink the video. But if you haven't done it, make sure to do that. Breaking down the deck, talking about the strategies, synergies, everything you'll need to know to play effectively and efficiently, then breaking down the gameplay footage, discussing our playlines and interactions, so you as an individual can see whether or not this deck will be a good fit for yourself and your wildcards, more importantly. Moving on, we do have our wrap-up thoughts, more general shenanigans, just like this. So again, thank you guys so much for all your help in the channel. We've got the 500,000 gem giveaway, free cash prize monthly tournaments on MTG Melee, Brawl, and Artisan formats, so really beginner friendly there to help support you guys. We also have 100 one-on-one coaching sessions, also coming with a $20 USD prize each for you guys to get in on as well. A little time, we can play matches, we can build yourself a deck with your own collection, whatever you need, pal. We got you covered. And of course, every single YouTube video, we give away $10 to Great Viking Games. Just like it, comment on it, and then we'll pull one at random if it gets 100 likes during the live premiere. Okay, cool beans. Let's get into the deck. Alrighty then. We might need some WD-40. This didn't do quite enough spin as I wanted. This is a 60 card best of 1, 2.9 average mana cost, 23 creature, 14 non-creature, 23 land deck. We do have our mana skewed towards the white, with a 65 to 51% split. And again, those numbers don't add up to 100 because we have dual cards in the deck that can include both. So, breaking down the list here, we do have 2 copies of the Shadowspear. This is one of our equipment spells in the deck. +1/+1 trample lifelink on the creature it's equipped to. The equip cost will cost an additional 2, total for 3. And of course, we can pay 1 mana permanents our opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. This is actually quite useful in the current meta because there's things like Toski, Hallowblade Champion, just to name a few floating around. 4 copies of Fireblade Charger, a 1/1. As long as Fireblade Charger is equipped, it will have haste. So later on in game, if we top deck it, we can easily equip it. We have plenty of equipment in the deck, and that'll give it haste, which is cool. And when it dies, it will deal damage equal to its power to any target. And this is really what the whole deck revolves around, like I mentioned earlier in the intro, powering up the Fireblade Charger, whether it's with equipment or something like the Luminarch Aspirant, a 1/1 for 2 mana, in which we have 4 copies of in the deck. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. That's going to be your Fireblade Charger most of the times. Of course, if the Charger's not in play, this Seasoned Hallowblade is a great option, a 3/1, in which we can discard a card, tapping it, granting it indestructible. Into our 3 drops now, we have 2 copies of Forging the Tyrite Sword. Now, this is something that I've been wanting to experiment with a lot, and it is proving quite valuable. However, we do have some new ideas for other decks to focus around it more, which we'll get into, obviously, in the future here. When it enters play, create a treasure token. That basically means it costs 2 mana because you're immediately getting one of those mana that you spent back as soon as it enters play. So think of this as a 2-drop, not a 3-drop when you're judging it for its value. Next up, create a treasure token, right? This isn't on entry, but if you really wanted, you could reduce the cost of this to 1. However, you're losing tempo within the game. Next up, search your library for a card named Halvar, God of Battle, or an equipment card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. This will kind of gain all that tempo that you just lost back, which is really fun. We can gain our Halvar, which we do have in the deck. We'll break that down in a second, or any of our equipment in the deck, which is quite cool as well. 4 copies of the Bonecrusher Giant. This card is just so broken. You include it in every deck, no matter what. For 2 damage and 2 mana, damage can't be prevented. Which is really cool. So Stomp, again, deals 2 damage for 2 mana, and that damage for the whole turn can't be prevented, which is a lot of fun. 3 copies of the Skyclave Apparition. Now, this is in a similar 3-drop scenario as the Bonecrusher Giant. It is an auto-include in any deck that includes white, as far as I'm concerned. A 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent that you don't control with converted mana cost 4 or less. And then when the apparition leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner will create an XX blue illusion creature token where X is that card's converted mana cost. So they're going to get a little something back, but that little something will have been stripped of all of its abilities. We've got 3 copies of the Maul of Skyclaves. When it enters the battlefield, automatically equip it, which is amazing. The re-equip cost is 4, a little pricey. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has flying and first strike, which is just like, oof, so good. We talked about grabbing Halvar, God of Battle, through the Tyrite sword, and this will really depend upon whether or not we have Embercleave in our hand or not. If Embercleave is in hand, we will still probably grab the God of Battle with the Tyrite sword, but we will not play the God of Battle if we have Embercleave in hand. If we have Embercleave in hand and we can play it, we will play the Sword of the Realms, which is on the backside instead. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Vigilance. Whenever equipped creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. This is great. The Fireblade Charger can get another run at our opponents through that death effect. We can also use it on Skyclave Apparition to re-exile things. A couple of great options there for us, of course. And this will allow us to double strike on top of the +2/+0 Vigilance, which is, going to be pretty deadly to have a first strike Vigilance or double strike Vigilance creature. However, if we don't have the Embercleave, then we'll play Halvar, God of Battle, because creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. Everything that we have that is enchanted or equipped will have double strike. That's great, basically producing that Embercleave effect almost on everybody. No trample, however, we go quite wide with the deck, so we can probably get some damage in around the side or with flying, and of course, Shadowspear provides trample as well, I guess. Not to mention, we do have trample provided within Outlaws Merriment. An enchantment for 4, and at the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1 at random, creating a red-white creature token with the following characteristics. It's either a 3/1 with trample and haste, a 2/1 with lifelink and haste, or a 1/2, dealing 1 damage to any creature when it enters the battlefield, also with haste, which is quite nice. So, creating the token creatures every turn on default is great, because even if they're removing our other creatures, our equipment stays in play. We can re-equip it to these new creatures that are generated for free and still get some damage in there. Of course, powering up the Fireblade Charger furthermore is the Showdown of the Skalds. When you play it, exiling the top 4 from your library, and you can play those cards until the end of your next turn. Whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control for the next 2 turns. That's amazing. The +1/+1 counters obviously will go on the Fireblade Charger if you have it. If not, the Seasoned Hallowblade is a great alternative. Moving on, we have 2 copies of Goldspan Dragon for 4 flying haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes a target of a spell-created treasure token, and treasure tokens will tap for dual mana instead of just 1. And a single copy of the Embercleave, in which we typically will pull with the Tyrite sword. Flash for 6, 1 less to cast for each attacking creature we control, and it will automatically equip to a creature when we play it. An equipped creature gets +1/+1, has double strike and trample. Re-equip costs here for 3. Passages to thin our library, pathways to make it friendly, and some regular old land as well. You could put a Castle Ardenvale here if you wanted, but really Outlaws Merriment should get the job done for you. All in all, I've also been flirting with the idea of the Amuria's Call in the deck and the Shatter Skull Smashing Pass, or whatever it is. But we talk about all those things when we wrap up in a few minutes. Until then, you guys, the overall strategy and synergy of the deck is pretty straightforward. If you listen to the deck tech, I guess you paste it together. Play the creatures, equip the creatures, give the creatures double strike, and attack your opponent, right? We have life gain, we have trample to keep us surviving and keep us dealing damage. The creature generation is there. We've got spot removal within the Giant, the Apparition, and of course flying within the Mauls and the Dragon, and draw within the Showdown of the Skalds. So it's all really there, laid out for you guys quite simply. You'll enjoy. I know I did, and again, looking forward to playing more with some of these, kind of obscure cards like Forging the Tyrite Sword. But however, if you can save those treasures and then pop the dragon, or even ramp into the dragon, that's really what we're going to be doing in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Deck video is up next. Make sure to like the video if you've not done so yet. Support on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and through Amazon, Grey Viking Games into the AM, and by downloading Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant for free if you're on Windows. Take care, enjoy, and we'll see you soon with our wrap-up thoughts. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls and goblins. How are you guys all doing today? We're gonna play some cards, some cardboard. It's not really cardboard anymore, is it? It's like virtual cardboard made up of data, which I could get behind. Right, we do have a turn 3 Skyclave to protect us from whatever they're doing. Basically confirming 3 damage for us. If not, maybe we just Shadowspear equip it. Right? Or we take it slow. Yeah, because I want to stop their draw engine, not just like this thing. Let's hit for 4. We can discard the other Hallowblade if they block. Yes, they do. Yes, we do. And we still get 3 damage through. We gain 4 life, and we have the removal and turn. So we always want to kind of keep a couple cards in hand for their removal here. But it looks like it'll be exile if anything. Oh no. Oof. That's a tough call. Really want to top deck that land. Yes, we did! Hot dog. Turn 4 Merriment is just like pretty big BM within an equipment deck, and that's I'm sure you've watched the deck tech, what we're utilizing today. Do they take the Merriment or the Blade though? Really? They must have another, which sucks for us. They play land, play Giant Killer, we smash through it. You betcha. Down to 9. We're 33. Bill. Oh, let me get this media off the thing. Again, if you guys show up on the Twitch stream, we have a song request going on now. If a creature would deal combat damage to Iron Scale Hydra, prevent that damage and put a +1/+1 counter. Whoa. How do we even do that? Prevent that damage. Combat damage can be prevented. Yes, 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 yes. So we do it on our turn, because it's more fun that way. We should have kept that in hand, you fool. You're the biggest fool, HGG. Just when we catch a break, we mess it up. It's our first match of the day with this deck. So the damage can't be prevented. We're dealing 1, 2. We kill it. Oh, so it didn't prevent the damage, but the counter still went out before its death. I thought it would die before the counter was activated. That's less than ideal. That is less than ideal, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we had that played out right. I thought it would die before the counter. We also lost our indestructible that was OP dope, which is very sad for us. And here comes more of the same. Shoot, hey? We do have a Halvar we can grab with Forging Tyrite Sword. It's gonna give us double strike, right? We can even grab a Embercleave, I guess. They're down to 5. They don't really want to target it. Thankfully, we've been getting all that life, so we're at 39. They really do have to hit us a bunch. And can't really do that when they're on the defense here, because we swing back so hard. Oh, we're a giant. Are they playing? Oh, they're playing it as the giant. They don't want to wipe. I see. Good call. Good call. That 7/7 is beefy, baby. Oh, not land. Again, we have 39 life. They need to exile that Bonecrusher. Creating the tokens, respectable. Whoa. Alright. Totes my bad. No blocks. Another land. Wow. So we could just give it double strike, or we can be the double strike, and then it gets a +1 too. Is there any reach here? And they're tapped with their giant killer. No reach. That's really easy. Let's grab flying. Oh my gosh, we make it through, ladies and gentlemen. Praise the Lord. That was a close one. 42 health. Making it out alive. Thankfully. That was close. We're on the draw. I think we just toss it because 2 Fabled Passages is way too aggressive. I think we keep a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and our Halvar can go. For now. We might regret that later. We can always search him out with the Tyrite sword as well. We have an amazing turn 4 that we could curve into with a single land, which is great. Force goes. Stomp is ready. We take them down to 19. This can get stomped too, which is unpleasant. Hopefully we don't need our apparition. We're not going to be hitting it with this mountain. We do need it, it looks like. And did they stomp us? Okay. Stomp. I think we have to take the Cobra. And then we hit 16. We have Merriment in play. Hopefully Merriment summons some creatures that deal 1 damage. I think killing it is absolutely better than the draw. No blocks. Passage. We should thin our library, I guess. Let's play defensively. Watch them drop a dragon on us. No! Just play your Bonecrusher Giant, please. They have 5 available mana. It definitely could be. Did they stomp the apparition? Tear of the Peaks. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to get away from this. Take them to 12. There's no way to come back from this terror for us. Did they kill the Luminarch Aspirant? Probably. Yeah. Let's just thin our library, I guess. Yikes. Jeez Louise. Need some spear action for life gain. Probably our last turn here. I don't see this working out well for us. 5/5. Nice, bro. And then 2. Okay. Whoa. We know how that ends. Our opponent plays first. Let's keep 7. Charger is a go with Luminarch Aspirant just to power it up, and then we equip it, give it double strike. Wayo! I hope, maybe. That could be what happens, but you'll never know. Mono white on the play is going to be unpleasant at best. They cannot attack here, though, unless it is a glass casket. Luminarch Aspirant doesn't get it. Daxos doesn't get it. No attacks. What if we Halvar Fireblade Charger? That could be interesting. You dirty dog. Could kill it. Not the equipment you are looking for. So what if we use the +2 vigilance and then the double strike, right? Kind of mix and match there instead. That's kind of what determines which side of Halvar you play, I guess, is whether or not you have Embercleave in hand. I've never seen a mono white deck concede. I'll take it. drawing first. That's what I'm gonna start calling it, instead of, oh, we play second. No, I draw first. Oh, this is gonna be a hard game. We do need to get Shadowspear equipped to something for life gain as soon as possible. Alright, plot thickens. At least there's no haste. Let's put a stop up before this taps, right? Straight to combat. Kill the outlaw then, just so it doesn't tap. Because they are not ramping on my watch. Don't you dare. Could have an Infuriate? No way! People don't run that card, bro. Where classically we would have waited until they cast it and done it on the stack to trick them. But we didn't want them to have the treasure. Oh man. Oh man. So now they get the treasure and we get hit for a huge amount. That is the worst of both worlds, quite literally. How will we come back to win this match? If it wasn't bad before, it is now. It wasn't bad before, it is now. That's like a new hit single for me. Oh my god, this is just terrible, isn't it? Bone Daddy out. Next turn we can put the spear on it. For 3. Sadly, we can't Luminarch in that same turn. She dare do this to me. They cleave. Going first. Sure. How could it go wrong? How could it go wrong? It's a lot of land. That is a lot of land. Play anything, we stomp it. We can't stomp it, we Skyclave it. Should be fine. Not worried about it. How about that last match, though? I can't believe we got just absolutely baited by that Infuriate. I do like the Brazen Outlaw. I think that could even almost somehow fit into this deck. I don't know how. There's something going on with the treasures. Oops. There we go, 2 damage up top. Oof. Land and play. Giants in the battlefield. Ready to stomp a lomp anyone in his way. Shadiest Killbane is like a pretty good name, I'm gonna be honest. I really like that. I can't see what they would do with 1 mana unless they've not played a land this turn. Spin it up. I don't think it matters what we take. One Fireblade Charger. do something about that. They don't take the bait. What is this? A Stern Dismissal? Oh, it's the Raven form, maybe. Turning me into a Raven? Or even just bounce us? Take the excess damage. It is a bounce spell. We should have put it on the Charger. You fool. What? Say what? Chadius. Wakebringer. Now that is interesting. That's a 5 CMC. We are not taking that. That's something quite impressive. What if they have Squish? If they have Squish, I'm going to be upset. Do not have Squish. But they have Unsummon too. G-Press, HGG. Halvar? What? Is he going to be copying that Quakebringer to Eternity? He's trying to. We can put on the Jets now. On 6. Get down to 16. Orvar Quakebringer. It could be pretty cool. Okay, down to 4. It's fine by us. And if they attack, we have lethal. Very nice. Land doesn't cooperate when we go first. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 5? Question mark? Get it out of the way. Rogues. Rogues. Take a white source for the apparition. I want to be doing some exiling here. It's our turn. What do we discard if we need it? That's a hard question, to be honest. Oh. It's just flyers, not rogues. Breath of relief. Whew. They can do whatever they want. Killing flyers is very important. I don't mind discarding the dragon. Alright, we're 2 turns away from that at best, and we have those turns kind of filled up. But these flyers will get stronger and stronger the more of them they play. If we can keep them to not have any flyers, that's going to be our best bet. Skyclave on the blade, probably. Just for damage output. Another launcher. That's cool. They hit for 3. Yeah. Cool. scry one. Whatever we draw, we might just have to discard. I don't know. I don't really want to toss the Maul flying. I don't know if it should go on the Charger or not. Probably. They're taking a dig, I guess. Connection's stable, so it's not me. It's definitely just them deciding. Actually have a flying deck that I was going to reveal as well, which is quite interesting that we're facing off against one today. It's not my next deck, but I think it's the deck after that. Pipeline. And I'm trying to get all my decks done ahead of time for the next few days, so when the new season hits, I can just grind to Mythic without being like, oh my gosh, I've got to make 2 new decks today. As, you know, that 2 new decks every single day, it will overwhelm you, and it's like, well, I've done my work, I'm not playing Arena any more time. Okay, so the life gain is not really that important yet. And I don't mind trading with the Watcher of the Spears with Fireblade Charger either. We'll discard Passage. Life gain is relatively helpful. Yeah, we just end our turn, keep the Passage in hand, discard later. And then if we draw something good, we don't have to keep that in hand to discard. We made that misplay already once today. Right out of the gate. Falcon Seer costs 3, but they do get a draw out of it. It's pretty weak. Our Merriment can chew it up. Spears go 3, and it costs less too because they have double spears. They cast that for 1. That's really good. That is really good. Whoa. Thank goodness for that life gain. Hopefully they don't have any removal, right? So that would be terrifying. Big hits. You guys seeing this? You guys seeing this? Holy moly. It's incredible. 10 damage. Sauce. Vigilance? No. What if they have something to deal with us and we don't attack? Then we're dead. If we do attack, and they have all 3 flyers that they can cast, then we're gonna get hit for 5, 10, yeah, we'll just be dead. It's not worth the block. So they'll just leave this. Good for them. Honestly, that was impressive. And they can do it all again. They can, no, that's not this one. What's that other one called where they can make the flyers? It's like the Skycat. Skycat Sovereign, that's its name. They had a land, which is good, so, you know, potentially 3-card drop here, which is still absolutely devastating. What if they had a flash flyer? Kind of like throw us for the worldsies. They're thinking about it. At least the Hallowblade puts them on their heels for a second. We'll play one of these lands. Tide Mother goes out. So at the very least, you know, we're gonna go up to 17 life here, I hope. If they attack. If they don't, I understand that. No attacks. What we could do, potentially, is put the spear on the charger and then put it back over to the blade. Right? To try and double use our equipment. Guess that's our best bet. They should be attacking us. I mean, unless they don't have any answers, which I guess last turn proved that for us. Or they would have. And now these Watchers are even less powerful than the turn before. We don't have enough land to re-equip anything other than the spear. It's going to cost 2 each way. I think that is worth it. Don't they have to share? Excellent card, yeah. So, like, they don't have any rogues. And that doesn't do anything. There's no other rogues. That's fine. They have so many flyers, though. Let's thin our library. Let's pull a red source out here. Top deck Embercleave. Or Halvar. That's 3 damage, 2 life. This is not a situation I ever want to be in. We get it through. We put the life gain back on the Hallowblade? I guess? I don't know. Awkward. And their turn. I mean, that way we're gaining some life still, right? We're not just sitting prey until they have lethal. Hallowblade's just chilling. We would go up to 19 now and get a kill. They would still hit for 4, 6, 9, 10 damage. Yeah, so we would have a few life left. And then we're going to gain more on the attack, another 2 on the attack, and then we'll defend and try to gain another 6, which should be sustainable. Math is hard. Right, we would go down to 9, up to 11, and then potentially back up to 17, whereas they would hit us for another, whatever amount. Really depends on these watchers. Oh, wow. Nice. Yes. Seriously, we gotta make. I want to spin and spin and spin. I need like a little drill. Spin my chair all crazy like. I don't know why I'm thinking of this. The deck. Do we need Amiria's Call? Do we need Shatter, Skull, Smashing Pass, whatever it's called, in the land base for the MDFCs? Let me know in the comments below. I think we do, but at the same time, I don't know if it's a for sure thing. I love forging the Tyrite sword. I'm going to play with Brazen Outlaw, forging the Tyrite sword, and Goldspan Dragon. Maybe even Fervent Champion in the gold pickaxe or whatever. There's so many things in my brain. New decks every day. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, support financially if you can afford to do so on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, even through Amazon, Great Viking Games, into the AM. Shout out for the 6 swag. First shirt is on me, totally free if you sign up for their shirt program. And yeah, those things. We also have the system you can download for free. You know? All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. We'll see you soon in the next video.